life and death, an eternal duality that has captivated humanity since the dawn of time. But when viewed through the eyes of the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, this duality reveals deeper dimensions, far beyond mere existence or oblivion. Nietzsche, who upended the foundations of philosophy, never saw life as a fleeting experience, nor considered death an absolute end. Today, we will dive into Nietzsche's perspective on life and death, where power is the key to life, and death is merely a bridge to true immortality. To Nietzsche, life was never just a biological process from birth to death. It was a battlefield of struggle, challenges, and possibilities. A space where human beings demonstrate strength and willpower to overcome obstacles and conquer existence. Life, in Nietzsche's philosophy, is not an escape from pain or a search for temporary comfort. It is an epic adventure where one confronts both oneself and the world. Power, for Nietzsche, is not merely physical. It is a deep internal will, a will that enables individuals to create their own values and reshape life not as dictated by traditions or social norms, but as they truly desire. The strong individual, in Nietzsche's eyes, is one who does not follow the crowd, who dares to go against the current in pursuit of self-realization. He expressed this vividly in his famous work Thus Spoke Zarathustra, where he described man as a rope stretched between the beast, ruled by instincts, and the Übermensch, the higher man, who embodies the ultimate ideal of existence. Nietzsche's iconic phrase, "What doesn't kill me makes me stronger," is not a mere quote. It is a philosophy. Every challenge we face, every moment of pain and suffering, carries within it a chance to learn, to grow. For Nietzsche, pain was not the enemy. It was a harsh teacher, showing us how to become stronger and wiser. He understood that happiness, as traditionally defined, was not life's ultimate goal. Happiness was fleeting. True fulfillment lay in personal growth and the pursuit of purpose. Life, in his eyes, was a sequence of trials, drawing us closer and closer to the Übermensch, the ideal being who fears nothing and defies the impossible. But what does it mean to become the Übermensch? It means to be someone who creates their own values, who refuses to submit to any authority that limits intellectual freedom, someone who lives by their own principles, even if they clash with societal norms. This is a person who understands that life is not a calm journey. It is a constant challenge that demands courage and relentless effort to find meaning. Life, Nietzsche said, is like a blank canvas. We are the artists, choosing the colors, drawing the lines, and shaping the final image. It is not a predetermined fate. It is a chance for creation, transformation, and self-assertion. Through Nietzsche's lens, true success is not measured by comfort or happiness, but by our ability to rise after every fall, to overcome the obstacles in our way, and to shape our lives with our own hands. The will to power is at the heart of Nietzsche's philosophy, the secret that infuses life with meaning even in its harshest moments. In Nietzsche's world, death is not just the terrifying end we fear or avoid thinking about. It is a natural chapter in the cycle of existence, a necessary part that gives life its significance. He did not see death as an enemy, but as a certain truth we must face with awareness and courage. To face death fearlessly, for Nietzsche, is to free ourselves from the chains of fear, to live boldly and authentically. A person who fears death, Nietzsche believed, can never truly live. Fear of the end kills our courage and creativity, limiting our existence. Death to him is the ultimate measure of life's meaning. If we live constantly fearing it, that means we haven't filled our lives with enough value and purpose to be remembered. Thinking about death, Nietzsche argued, shouldn't cause anxiety. It should be a constant invitation to live more bravely. Knowing our life has an end should push us to make the most of every moment, to live each day as if it were our last. As Nietzsche said, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Create as if you were eternal. This sentence sums up his vision of death, not as an invitation to give up, but as a call to courage, to innovation, to leave a mark that time cannot erase. In Nietzsche's philosophy, death is not the end. It is the beginning of true immortality. A new life in the memory of others, in the values we leave behind. Death is our chance to prove that our lives were rich with strength and creativity. When most see death as defeat, Nietzsche sees it as liberation. It's the threshold that ends life, but also redefines it. It forces us to ask, have we lived in a way that deserves remembrance? Nietzsche urges us to view death as a silent teacher, constantly reminding us of life's worth, to live each moment with full awareness, to face our fears, to leave behind a legacy that gives our life meaning even after we're gone. Death is not just the end, it is the force that inspires us to live each moment courageously. It gives life urgency, value, and beauty. It awakens the artist, the dreamer, the fighter in us. If we contemplate life and death through Nietzsche's perspective, we find that true meaning lies in the balance between them. Life is not just a collection of years, but a story we write moment by moment. Death is not mere disappearance. It is a beginning, rebirth in the memory of those who loved us and in the legacy we leave. Life and death to Nietzsche are an eternal dance, each giving meaning to the other. Life loses all depth without the presence of death, and death has no meaning if life lacked power, creativity, and purpose. To Nietzsche, life becomes meaningless unless we understand that we live in death's shadow. Realizing that we will die one day is what gives every moment its value. Without that awareness, life is just routine, empty of depth. And if death follows an empty life, it becomes mere disappearance, leaving nothing behind. Nietzsche believed life and death must exist in harmony. Life is not waiting for death. It must be lived with courage and creativity. Death should not be feared, but welcomed as a stage that redefines what we leave behind. If we live with this vision, then death is not an end. It's a crowning of a life full of value and will. Nietzsche calls us to live each moment as if it were the last, not out of fear, but out of deep appreciation. Every moment is a chance to create, to dream, to leave an unerasable mark. The one who lives with the will to power does not fear death, for they know their life was filled with values that will remain. True life, as Nietzsche sees it, is the one lived with awareness that death may come at any moment. That awareness makes us love more deeply, dream more freely, create more boldly, and at the same time, accept death as an inevitable companion, one that makes life more beautiful and thrilling. When we realize death is real, we stop running from challenges. We face the world with courage and shape a legacy that endures. Seen from Nietzsche's lens, the true meaning lies in the harmony between life and death. Life is not merely passing time. It is a story we write with every moment. And death is not annihilation, but the beginning of a new chapter in the minds of those we touched. Life and death are not enemies, but partners in a timeless dance. If we learn to live with Nietzsche's philosophy, every moment becomes a chance to build a life worth telling. Life is struggle. Death is certainty. But between the beginning and the end, there is a journey. A journey we must live with all the strength and courage we can, just as Nietzsche taught us. Life is not waiting for death. It is a moment to be filled with meaning. In the end, death is not our enemy. It is our silent companion, reminding us always of life's true value.